Hey, this is Redban, and you're listening to the Death Squad Podcast Network. Your mom's house and all the podcasts of Death Squad can be found at deathsquad.tv. There you can help us by subscribing to us on iTunes. Please rate and review our show on iTunes. Also, we do this all out of my pocket, so if you have a couple bucks laying around and you like the free entertainment that we give you, please throw some cash our way. Click on the donation link for more information. And now here is your mom's house.
Eso, dale, arriba.
How do you say welcome to your mom's house?
Bienvenidos a su casa de mami.
Hola, mamita.
A la casa de mamis.
Welcome back, mommies. Welcome back to America. We've been gone, but we're back now.
I'm so glad you guys are back.
Oh my God, we missed you so much. We were gone to Las Vegas and San Francisco and then Mexico, and now we're back.
Was Mexico vacation?
Yeah, Mexico was vacation.
What
we
part?
Went to Tulum.
Let's start where we should, actually.
Was the best. Let's start before.
Let's talk about why we needed to go on a vacation.
Yeah.
This story takes place many, many months ago.
Will you turn me up, Redman? I'm so low. I like to hear my own voice so clearly.
So much so. Let's
I need to hear my own
see.
voice.
Basically,
Oh yeah.
a couple weeks ago, I went and did Vegas. I did the Trop for a week, and you went to San Francisco.
Yep.
And I was going to do a record, just a solo cast, give it and send it to you, and I didn't. And the idea was that I would record how depressed I was, and send that to you. But then I got so depressed that I was too depressed to record.
Wait, why would you get depressed in Las Vegas? The funnest,
The best
coolest
place
on
ever.
earth.
What is there not to like about Las Vegas?
Vegas is amazing.
That's such a great destination place.
Let me tell you why it's awesome. You can get thank you. Oh, thanks, Brian. You can
So
buy
much better.
yard long plastic things of
Well,
like rum. and
those
then
are
you wear it around
so
your neck.
yesteryear, by the way. Those are outdated. What Christina's talking about is they call them yards because they're thin, long glass
Are
or
they
plastic.
plastic?
Yeah, they're plastic things that hang around your neck, and you can. There's a straw that hangs there, and the thing just hangs around your neck, and that way you can buy 3 feet of drinks.
And nurse
But
it as you're walking down the strip.
That's kind of like
110-degree weather.
that's 07, 08 Steez. I mean, they're still around, but the new thing now are buckets. They put a bucket around your neck.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's like Idiocracy. Like it's totally like a gallon plastic bucket
There's an entire
with a
bucket.
harness, and they give you a fucking harness.
Right. So you don't have to actually move while you drink your bucket.
Part of me respects it. Part of me gets it,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other part of me is like, you fucking asshole. Just buy one drink at a time.
No.
You need an entire gallon of
No, you're-
poor quality rum.
You're
punch.
definitely an asshole for drinking that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. But that's not even I don't know what it was. It was well, I do know what.
Yeah, why were you depressed?
It started almost immediately. I think when I get there, I get to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It's a real faggy leg cross I got going.
Viagra.
I get to Las Vegas, and I don't know. Within minutes, I'm ready to masturbate.
Yeah.
But not in in the normal functioning way. It's I need to feel some pleasure because I'm starting to feel sad.
It's that
like,
fervent, sad.
and then 20 minutes later, I'm like, I should probably jerk off again to get another boost of happiness.
Oh, wait. Have you? You don't know what the route was? You just start getting sad?
I get that way in I don't know. I mean, the road can be depressing sometimes.
Right.
Not all the time. Sometimes it's fun. It can be depressing. Vegas, for some reason, has this. I think it's a collection of everything. I'm not a big crowds kind of person. And as soon as I see the Strip, I start to maybe sink down a little bit. And then I get in the room and I'm like, oh man. Because that's the thing about working Vegas. A lot of people don't know about Like when you do a club, most clubs you're doing a Thursday through Sunday. Sometimes you're doing it through Saturday, unless you're a big shot, and you can just do like Friday, Saturdays, which is a fucking dream to fly in somewhere, do Friday, do Saturday, and fly out. But
we don't have
most of the time,
luxury.
you don't have that luxury.
We get there Monday morning. And we stay there
but
until
Vegas is different.
Monday.
Vegas is different than club dates. Vegas, for the most part, whether you're talking about, for the Fremont experience all the way down to the South Point Casino, for the most part, you're working 7 days.
Right.
You're doing 7 days, and for the most part, you're doing one show a night, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and you're just doing 2 shows a night, Friday, Saturday. So I guess some people are like, well, you mean you get a free vacation? No, you get a free week to hate yourself and hate humanity. There's millions of idiots and assholes. There's these. All you see are all I see. Maybe it's just what my mind sees are just these 350-pounders in tank tops.
And don't forget the oxygen tanks. And,
and
the rascals. Those are the special ones.
They're waiting to for the. How come? What do you mean this is $8? I want to get more chicken. And they you just see them in the masses. You see the masses. Kind of scooting and shuffling down the boulevard.
But what it is that really bums me out about it is the expectation of fun. Like, we go to have this manufactured sense of fun and pleasure that you can't possibly do this in the shitty town that you're from. You couldn't possibly just enjoy an alcoholic beverage with you and your friends. You have to have this manufactured sense of bullshit and lights, and it's everything's extreme, right? It's like, you want titties? Come get your titties in the buffet. It's like you have to have so many titties and so much buffet and so much alcoholic. It's fake fun, too. It's not like real.
I think part of what depresses me about performing in Vegas is that usually when I do stand-up in a club, I'm doing my stand-up. And, if you're, you're either into it or we're not. You know what I mean? Like, I'm performing the thing that I want to do. And in Vegas, there's this idea that comes even from above of you need to please these people. It's not about them watching you as a comic. It's make them leave loving the show. Right. So you feel like you're supposed to almost change, like you're supposed to cater to people. Like, why don't you drop that one bit? There's suggestions of that. Like, that's a pretty harsh thing that you say there. And it's like, what are you talking? Yeah, because they want people to go, what's a fucking great thing to do? Go to that club at the Bellagio. Like, that's a great thing. Like, they want people to never want to ruffle any feathers. That's why clubs in Las Vegas, comedy clubs, don't actually tell people, you have to really push it to be told to shut up or leave a comedy club, because there's a residual effect that they don't want to have to deal with. In other words, if you're an asshole in a comedy club in Las Vegas and you get kicked out, well, then you're going to have there's a possibility you're going to have a negative view of that entire place, and you're not going to gamble there, you're not going to eat there, you're not going to drink there, and you're not going to stay there.
That's a good point.
So they would rather you be like, bye, hey, fuck you, motherfucker, and they go, just let them go, just let them, and you're like, really? I got to work with that all week? Because so all of that collectively just made me want to fucking,
on top of Vegas just being
Hey,
awful.
by the way, I get to go to Vegas next week. Thank you for setting me up.
Well done.
Because I feel the same way every time I go.
I mean, there's the flip side to it is that here's the thing that gets me through the week. I did like the club. I did like the club.
Yeah.
Brad Garrett's club. He has the old, I think it was called the Laugh Stop at the Trop. Now it's Brad Garrett's club, and literally it's called Brad Garrett's Comedy Club.
Really?
Yeah, and his face is everywhere. He's a super nice guy.
He's a really nice guy, though.
Garrett is actually going to be there.
The week I'm there.
The Sunday that you're there. The Sunday he's the show. So
yeah, I like him. He's cool.
He's a funny
met him
dude.
in an airport once, and we chatted, and he's cool.
And the place, the Trop, just had like $100 million renovation. So it actually is like
$100.
Can I tell you what's really fun though? Because I understand your depression completely. Because every time I go to Vegas, I think I'm good.
Why is it immediate? It was immediate for me.
Wait, but for me, like a day or two, I can be normal. Like I'll wake up at a sensible hour. I will go to Trader Joe's. I will purchase a salad. I will have Starbucks. I'll feel motivated. And then there's something about the synthetic light, or maybe it's just the drunks and the smell and the smoke and the fat people and it's
Yeah.
something so fucking unhealthy. It's so seminally bad.
Yeah.
That there's no redeeming qualities to Las Vegas. The weather's a fucking shit pile. It's
That's
hot
the
as
worst.
Shit.
That's the
You
worst.
can't even go
It's like
outside.
120 right now.
Yeah.
And then if you want to go to the pool, well, guess what? You got to listen to douche, 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 doo, doo, doo. DJ
Yeah.
Pauly D and every D-bag and their Ed Hardy shit.
I love the one thing is that because the renovation is continuing and ongoing, the one thing that's kind of ridiculous is I have changed how I go on the road, and even especially in Vegas, so that I don't fall into too much of a funk. That I'll wake up at a decent hour. I'll eat healthy. I go to the
That's the
grocery
key.
store. I'll write and I'll work out. I work out like 5 days out of the 7 days I was there.
Where do you work out
At the gym
hotel?
there. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. At a lot of Vegas places, they charge you
Yeah.
to work out because if you're working out, then you're not spending money somewhere else. So they try to get money out of you somehow. So I go, do you have to pay or can I, because I'm working here? They're like, oh, actually, no one has to pay. And I was like, really? And they're like, no. And I was like, well, where's the gym? They're like, well, you'll see it. If you go, they tell you how to get there. And it's like when you go towards the pool, you'll see the fitness center. And I go, oh, okay. So I walk down. The fitness center is open air, and it's in the pathway between the elevator and where you go to the pool. So people are walking through where you're working out, smoking and drinking.
What the?
Yeah, and stop and look at you like, look at this
See?
asshole.
They
Look at this
judge you,
asshole on the
yeah.
treadmill. And you're like, this is a gym. They're like,
trying to
no,
live.
it's a hallway. You're standing in a hallway.
That's ridiculous.
But at least you don't have to pay to use it, and you get to smoke. You get to smell smoke while you're working out.
That's awesome. So
Yeah,
you
it's
can
pretty
smoke
cool.
when you work out.
That's
if
Yeah.
you really
so
wanted
good.
to.
You really can, yeah.
Damn, that's
I kicked some Italian kids off of a treadmill when I was there.
Really?
Like,
Good
yeah,
for you.
because
They're fucking
people
Italian.
vacation, they bring their kids, and little kids see equipment, and they start like pressing buttons. They're like, "It's not what I want, don't say it again, not what I wanted." And I was like, "Hey, get the fuck out of here, kid!" They didn't know what I was saying, and they were like, "Americano," and they just got off. And
Can
they
I
left.
tell you the problem with the Vegas audiences, though, too, is that you have such a spread demographic. You've got the old white couples, you've got like the young bachelorette parties, you've got like these fucking southern it's too many different types of people.
Yeah.
So you can never get a gauge on the crowd. You can't go, all right, I know I'm in Ohio, and I know that the people of Ohio love ranch dressing, or maybe, you know what I mean, like the Midwestern shit, everybody's on board. But it's hard to find the gauge of the room. So I always feel like you tell a joke and maybe get a good reaction, and then it's just silent. So it's like a fight. You're just fighting.
and that's why the Vegas favorites, like guys and girls who you'll be like, you would never. I mean, this is real, like shitty to say, but like you'd be like, yeah, whatever. Their act is kind of are like the favorites in Vegas. Like they kill in Vegas because they have that mass appeal, like
Yeah.
pop song quality to their acts.
right.
And they don't actually ever say anything. They're more like,
It's the buttered noodles.
yeah, and the preach, like the ones who are like, you need to this is what you need to do with your fucking life, like, and they get the rah rah aspect.
Yeah.
That kills in Vegas.
Yeah.
Like if you have like a message, like what you need to do is fucking, you need to stop doing this, and you need to look out for yourself. That's what you need to look out for. You need to look out for number one. And then they all go like, ah!
Do you
And
know
they
what-
start cheering.
What else really murders I found is like, women, women are crazy.
Yeah.
Women like to shop. Am I right?
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
the
yeah.
guys are like, yeah, my fucking wife loves to shop.
Women
Stupid bitch.
love shoes. How many shoes do you fucking need?
How much you?
And men are like, I don't want to hold this girl's purse. How many purse?
You're standing in front of the TV. Why are you standing in front of the TV? And you start doing that, you'll get applause
Yeah,
breaks.
huge laugh.
And that's the same
We're
shit that like you could not get away with somewhere else, but it's a different world. Now, that's not to say that everybody sucks there. I mean, there are some really funny people in Vegas, and that's part of like what saved my sanity is like seeing Brant Tobler. Brant,
he's a funny
he's
dude.
really funny.
He's great.
And he's a Vegas guy, and even just seeing him, he would come to the shows at night. I would feel like, I don't want to kill myself.
Like he's
right now.
normal, yeah. He's your
Jesus.
one touchstone of normalcy.
Do you have depression problems your whole life, or have you ever like got into like a serious like Shafir depression where you're
Fear, depression.
Does Shafir have? I didn't know that.
yeah,
Is
he had
really.
really bad depression problems where it was really bad. But like, I mean, have you ever had like
Sorry.
Like I've had depression problems, but it's mostly been relationship related or money related or something like that, where I just feel like shit. But I never felt like, oh, this is the end.
No. I have. When I was a teenager, I was like crazy suicidal and depressive. But that's because my childhood was fucked up, and when you become an adolescent, you freak out.
Right.
Not as so much as an adult. I find that I can weather things a lot better now.
Yeah.
But I do think it's a situational depression for comedians, because like the irony is that at night you're fucking lonely and sad all day if you're in a town where you don't have many friends. And
Right.
there's no sense of normalcy. You're in a hotel room and you're eating bad food and you're just trying to sleep and you can't sleep because you're in a fucking hotel bed that's hard. And then at night you have to go out and you gotta entertain people, and it's this psychotic. It's like disassociation is what they call it, when like you're like people with trauma, like Amy Fisher and Celebrity Rehab, will like disassociate in the situation.
And then they go like, she can't actually hear you right now, and she really can't hear you. That's how severely.
That's how comedians operate. We disassociate and we get on stage and then we chimp around.
I've never had
Collect a
like
paycheck.
clinical or anything like diagnosed, and I've never seen a
Yeah, I
professional.
don't see you being depressed.
No, I've never been like really, but I have had that, like, I guess what would fall into the realm of like, oh, it's not clinical, but like you're not happy, you know,
Right.
all from different things, like, you know, whether it be like being lonely or finances or whatever like that. But the road can definitely, man, that can be
Magnifying.
it can
It's just
magnify
being
it.
alone. For me, it's the lonely. I
Yeah.
don't get my mommy.
You guys
I love
just
my mommy.
need to just start touring together all the time. You need to be like a power duo couple, and you need to be like combine your name halfway through your set.
It's a
You like
really good
Pazsitzky.
idea.
Tom Segura.
Scores. And then we can reference each other on stage.
Let's go on stage together.
My husband is such a piece of shit.
This cunt won't shut up, everybody.
So you're in Vegas having that time.
I am.
So you decided to go to Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, wait, she's in. How was San Francisco?
I love San Francisco. I went to college up
Did
there.
you see the Lightning Crew? You didn't even answer me.
No, the Lightning Crew is all married. My friends that I went to college with are all married and have kids now. And like, I saw some people I went to college with, but not really. It was cool. The crowds were weird, very bizarre. And the first few nights were fun, but the crowds got like so judgy or something. Maybe
It's so bizarre.
It was like, yeah, it was kind of a weird.
San Francisco is a lot
Great.
like in that way, like Canadian audiences. In that Canadian audiences are fantastic, some of my favorite in the world. But they do have a PC line on certain issues that if you cross, they'll be like, ah, man, like.
No, I don't
Oof.
even think it was because I can break political correctness down. I think it was just they're more like, fuck you, entertain me. Like, I'm a
really?
huge city person. I have a million options for entertainment tonight. Like, you fucking dance monkey. Like, I felt like the dance monkey thing was a little, I don't know. But I still had fun. I like it better than
What
Vegas.
club was it?
At the Punchline in San Francisco, which is like a phenomenal club. And I love the
That
lady who
club is
books
awesome.
it. Molly is very, very cool. And everyone's cool as shit there. So it was just a little weird, but it was still fun. I was with Dub Davidoff, who's like crazy energy and fun.
I've been hearing some hilarious, tough stories lately.
Really?
Like what?
Yeah.
He's gonna be married soon. He's engaged.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. We had a girl on one of our shows, the redheaded comic April Macy.
Never heard of her.
or something.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess they used to fuck around, and
Yeah.
they were in Vegas together. I think they were kind of dating or something. And they were sleeping, and then they both had their own room, but then they were all both in like his room or something like that. And he's always like, "Hey, I'm going to go downstairs and I might gamble or something." And she's like, "All right, whatever, I'm sleeping." And then, like, I guess he got a hooker and brought it to the other room. And then
boy.
she was like, where the fuck, did he go? And so she went back to his room, and then he's, like, fucking in her bed or something like that.
Jeez.
And then
She told you the story.
on the
On the podcast. Wow,
Really?
that's
That's the
really
reason- that's
courteous.
the only
Yeah.
reason I'm saying it on.
It's a good idea.
Wow.
But it was.
Wow. Well, hey,
Wow.
different strokes. He did not do that the week that I worked with him. He seemed cool. I mean,
He's a good
cool to
guy.
me.
I like
dude.
that.
Yeah, I like
I
him
liked
a lot.
him.
Yeah, he's a very funny dude.
Funny and cool, and,
And
we
fun
had a
to
good
hang out with,
time.
yeah.
And yeah, man, his fiancée seems cool and normal. Canadian girl, super pretty. Like, yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
We had beef. But anyway, so we came back from San Francisco, and within
Dude.
24 hours, the mommies were on a plane to Mexico.
What did you think of this idea while you were?
No, we thought of it a
Oh,
while back. She's right, and this sounds like we're actually sounding like we're like clinically depressed. But
You're both like
no,
really bumming
but
me out.
I was talking
We're just
to.
overworked. We were
I went
overworked
to. No, it was funny. I was talking about this with yesterday. I had lunch with Hannibal Buress and Hugh Moore. You know those guys?
No.
They're two. They're great comics, really funny guys. But we had lunch, and Hugh had just gotten back from a trip, and we were saying how like a lot of times, especially in this business, you get so obsessed with like, you know, getting the next thing, and like you're just it's like an obsession, right?
Yeah,
you get obsessed with like
it so much.
getting the gig and getting this and getting that. How come I don't have this? And
it's
and you
never
can do that. You forget to like enjoy like live life.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying like you got to go on do something, some type of vacation or something that where you don't go like you don't worry about gigs and you don't like worry about getting a spot that night and you just enjoy life separate from it. Forget it the whole time. Just makes you feel like you're living life like most people do, basically. And then even Hannibal and it added to our conversation that like how it's good to, especially if you really start working a lot as a comic and you're on the road and you're touring and you're doing this, to find an interest that has nothing to do
That is a
with
good
stand-up.
idea.
Something that you can put energy into, focus into, that has zero to do with stand-up. And that probably is true. I'm not just speaking to you if you're a stand-up. Like, I think it's probably good with anything that whether you're a musician or a painter or even if your business is accounting, like
Or a porn star.
You're
like, I don't want to lick pussy.
I no
all
more
day.
come.
You guys do
tonight.
not
No.
have any major hobbies?
I started
major
doing
hobbies?
yoga yesterday. That was pretty neat.
It's a one-day thing so far.
One day at a time. I
work.
drink.
I don't look like it, but I work out, and
I just got 24-hour fitness.
I hired a trainer. But I mean, like that kind of shit too is. I think that's even different than a hobby. That should be just a requirement. Not I'm saying working out all the time, but you have to do something
Outside
physical
of
to
it.
put your energy into.
Yeah, physical.
And then
Collect baseball cards, little
I got.
Tommy?
I don't. I'm
so
not a-
queer.
I'm not a comic book
Meow,
guy.
meow. But you know what?
No.
Because I find myself at the computer all day. Like I'm like this, and I'm either writing, or you're sitting on an airplane, or you're sitting in your hotel room.
You're writing
It's not
stuff like
healthy.
you're writing like, hey, sometimes like when I'm on the swing set,
Listen to him.
and then like there's no swings, it's like, hey, hurry up, I want my turn. Like,
That's Tom's version of my thoughts. Hey guys, you know when you got a crayon box? Do the crayon. And what color crayon? Stupid.
so I was coloring this thing,
So stupid.
and like I only had blue, but grass isn't blue, but whatever, I did it anyways. Who's with me? That's kind of her.
So,
set.
anyways, let's really mature. We went to Tulum, Mexico, which is an hour south of Cancun, and it's
What the fuck was that?
that's how I pronounce it. It's
Can come?
Cancun.
Cancun.
Cancun. No, that's
Let's go
from
to
what's his,
Cancun.
What
Jim
is that?
Gaffigan's
That's Jim
dad
Gaffigan,
calls
right?
it. Cancun.
Son, I'm going down to Cancun.
No, Cancun, but we don't like Cancun because we don't like Senor Frogs or fucking
Yeah.
Margaritaville. We drove right past that and we drove down south where it's all hippies and there's no electricity after like 11 p.m. in most places, most resorts, and it's just the beach and a bunch of dirtbags in patchouli, and it was fucking awesome.
Scary? I mean, isn't Mexico scary?
It's not. That's the great. That's the great.
It is, and that's why it's so much fun.
That's the great myth, though.
Run
is
for
like
banditos.
is that news can so distort the reality that is real. Like being scared of going to Mexico to vacation.
Do we have any
is,
fart sounds, by the way, while we're talking about Mexico? I feel like we should have to go at our discussion.
I think
But
being
sorry, go ahead, sweetie.
being scared-
I don't want to interrupt you.
well, you're still talking. Can I
wanna
finish
interrupt
this sentence
you.
or?
So
Don't make it. He's going to knock you over to Cancun.
Cancun.
I think being scared to go to Mexico
Yes.
is the equivalent of being scared to go to, Palm Beach, Florida, because of the violence in Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Like it's that type.
Well, I mean, isn't there like
no, there's legitimate, real terrifying danger in parts of Mexico. But you have to remember, this is an enormous country.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like every square
like
mile
Detroit,
is
yeah.
is dangerous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought
Like-
they just targeted the resort areas.
No.
I thought
No.
I saw some
No.
crazy report like how like a ridiculous amount of people every month get like fucking kidnapped and killed.
No.
There
That's
might
in
be.
Monterey.
I mean, yeah, border towns are like I wouldn't want to. I don't want to visit or fuck with. You got to watch what you eat there. I mean, certain bad things can happen if you eat.
Did
bad
you eat
food.
something bad, Tommy?
I did, but no. Let's talk about the
But no.
violence for
but
a
just
second.
for you know, in Tulum,
Yeah.
in Tulum, now they had like federales everywhere. Like there's checkpoints. There's a road that you drive down.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 major checkpoints where the cops stop, like look in your car, and then there's federales everywhere around the resort. Like you're totally.
But that's done to give you that sense
yeah,
of
the illusion of safety.
the illusion of safety, which is not real. But they're not targeting like the majority of the violence that exists in Mexico has to do with drug cartels.
Yeah.
And has to do with people, you know, it's either between the cartels or it's the cartel trying to tell whatever city that's trying to extinguish them, like, you're not going to fucking tell us what to do, so we're going to kill like 50 people. But they're not going to Cancun and Playa del Carmen and Tulum, because that's just where people go to lay on the beach. Like, these guys aren't just like targeting random people on vacation. They're going after people that are fucking up their routes of, like, you know, exporting drugs
Yeah.
or getting their money. you
They're
know?
not gonna rip the coconut out of your hand, or
No.
the margarita out of your hand, and hey, gringo, and
Yeah,
shoot
no,
you,
no, no.
hopefully.
That can happen.
Why does that make me laugh to the horn? Do it again.
That was a juicy one.
Yeah.
Can we find a diary? Can I tell you that Tommy, on this vacation,
Yeah.
he was brushing his teeth,
Yeah.
and I went in there, and he farted so loud and so long that I was
violently.
like, oh my god, do you have 2 assholes?
Yeah.
Because it was sounded like
You had an alien asshole though, like the little asshole that comes
She
out
thought
of
it
the
was
chest.
multiple assholes like farting at the same time. It was aggressive.
Quartet.
I did get I did get a little
a little.
little Mexican
Dude, what
margarita
was it?
of my own. We went to this restaurant. We each ordered a salad. We ordered different salads. That's the only thing we ate different. And then I ordered this pollo rojo, it was called. And it was basically
Pollo
chicken
brown.
in this red, like fiery red, like stew. Like it was like a sauce, right? Like it was like paprikash.
Yeah,
like
like Hungarian stuff.
Like a red sauce. It had a lot of spices in it, and as I'm eating it, I took like, I don't know, like 5 bites. I was like, "Hey, I gotta go make a deposit right now." Like, this is
it.
so-
As he was eating,
Yeah,
it was
so I went,
special to watch.
and I was
somebody
sweating.
get
Like it was spicy, and I was,
I wish I could see.
yeah. And I was, you know, I already had kind of a cold,
Yeah.
so the spices felt good because, you know, when you eat spices, it opens you up. So I was like, I was actually enjoying the fact that, like, it was opening up my nose. So I go drop a couple bombs, come back, eat the rest of my chicken, and we go back to the hotel. And I'm like, I got another couple, and I thought it was like no big deal. I was like, this is just a little excitement, you know. There's a mariachi band inside of me right now, and they're just kind of making their way through. So, yeah. But the next morning, I woke up and I knew I had problems because I just had to keep, you know,
Nonstop.
Wait, can I tell you the best
of that.
part of diarrhea in Mexico? Is that their plumbing system is so inferior that you can't put toilet paper down the toilet.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah.
every time you wipe your
that's
dirty
right.
brown, it goes into the
Now,
trash can in your bathroom.
I kind of. It's not that bad. It's not like if you were to put paper in,
You're not supposed
it doesn't
to.
flush. Yeah, if
You're not
everything
supposed to,
flushes.
Tommy.
I know, but what I would do, I'd take the
against the
mud wipe,
rules.
like the first wipe, that's like, you know, the grodiest and the heaviest and the brownest.
Yeah.
Like the brownest of the brown wipe. I wouldn't even think about, you know, putting that in the trash can. That just goes. I don't care what the rules are.
Right.
Now, wipes like 8 through 27, the residual wipes where you're picking off
Right.
the little. I would put those in the trash can.
Can I tell you? One time, Tommy got a little sunburn, and I put some aloe vera gel on his
Changed our relationship getting sunburned. That experience.
Can I tell you
Because here's what happened.
I didn't understand the nature, because forever Tommy has been complaining about the hairiness of his rectum and how that inhibits his ability to wipe successfully and
efficiently and quickly.
Right, and he uses like a fucking roll of toilet paper a day in our house.
Forever, I get yelled at for my usage of toilet paper. So
how much fucking toilet paper do I have to buy? I'm always at Ralph's buying shit tickets, and they think I have a problem.
And who would have thought that sunburn would lead to
bring
this.
us together.
But here's what happened. I get a little sunburn. She's like, "You're really red," and I'm like, "That's right."
Terrible.
She goes, "Let me put this aloe on you." So she puts aloe on my back, to my shoulders. I turn around. She's like, "I can see it in your chest," and I have a really hairy chest.
Very masculine.
So she puts the aloe, and all of a sudden she puts it on. And it's just like, and it's like you can see it just. All the hairs. It's like somebody put it on top of your head. Right? And she's like, "Oh my God." And I was like, I look down, I see all this juice, this aloe juice in my chest hair. And then she goes, "Oh." And she's just like, "That is crazy how much hair you have there." And I go, "This is what it's like when I take a shit." And she was like, "What?" And I go, "Now do you understand? When I shit, it's like shitting on my chest. Like there's all that hair.
Mashed.
And a couple of wipes are not going to clean that up."
It's so true.
So
That's
gross.
why when I'm the same exact way.
Yours is hairy like that?
Oh, I'm super hairy. I'm probably hairier than Tommy, actually.
Really?
Yeah. And every time I wipe, I fucking now grab a hold of some.
Yeah.
Just rip it off every time.
You pull some hairs out?
Yeah.
You know, I got my ass waxed one time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got my ass waxed on a radio show. And, the whole thing was like, first of all, it wasn't that bad. It's kind of weird having your ass up in the air and people putting stuff
I don't do that
and
shit.
pulling hair. But, so after the experience where I was like, that was weird, the 3 weeks afterward,
Itching as hell, right?
well, no, I was saying where there was no hair there and shitting and wiping became a dream.
It became what my life is.
Where I was like doing 3 wipes and done.
That's what I do.
Wow.
I never got it waxed again, but I still dream about those days.
Yeah, I would love to do that, but I'm too embarrassed and stuff like that. That's
Embarrassing.
You can shave your asshole. I shave my asshole.
That's why every time I'm in like a hotel, I fucking sit up on one of those big mirrors, like on the sink.
Yeah.
I was like inspect my butthole. You
do?
Yeah,
There
because
you go.
you can't, the mirrors in my house, you can't like really get into it and look
Yeah.
at your butthole and stuff like that.
And you'll shave it?
And I won't shave it all the time, but like a lot of times it's just checking my shit out. Like, hey, yeah, my butthole still looks fine.
Yeah.
But I one time I did do that though, where I brought my razor and I just like slowly just trimmed around it,
Yeah.
and it was great. It was
Mach 4. I highly recommend a Mach 4 ladies razor. Sometimes I come into the shower and I notice that there's all kinds of hairs that aren't mine in it. So I suspect that maybe the housekeeper has been using my razor blade or somebody else. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, a nice Mach 4 razor.
Yeah, man.
And I can shave my meow and my culo without even looking.
Getting the hair
Fast.
out of your hole
Oh, it's a
changes
dream, isn't
your... Get the hair out of your hole, and it makes it so much more enjoyable. Like, there's just nothing... You can't think
Wait.
about how much time you save.
Tommy, can we talk about this too, though? I've always had this problem about couples that aren't open about farting or shitting. Like, I fucking cannot. I don't believe you, first of all. How can you be married to somebody?
I don't understand that.
for 10
Married
years?
especially.
Married, okay, like a new relationship, maybe you and your girl. Totally acceptable. 7 months in, you're not farting and shitting in front of each other. Fine.
For 7
But a
months.
marriage, like, how do you navigate?
You
like,
fart in front of your girl?
Okay, so then you guys have an honest
Does she fart in front
situation.
of you? Yeah.
It's honest.
How do you not... Did you ever date anybody...
oh
where-
yeah, many
Oh, it's
times.
bullshit.
But for how long? Like, did you ever date somebody like a year or two and
Yes.
you didn't fart?
No, I would fart, but
she
she,
would-
wouldn't.
Why?
Like, I just don't fart.
And would
Bullshit.
she get upset when you farted?
No, yeah,
That kills
but it
me.
wasn't like anything different. No, it's funny because a lot of girls seem
It's
like
so
that
crazy.
they have like
Such a
almost
lie.
like a 6-month window
Right.
to a year
Yeah,
where they
that's
don't
fine.
fart and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm always been the type of person's like, all right, if I fucked you, I'm allowed to fart now.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you swap bodily fluids,
Right.
if she can have your semen in her mouth, in
Right.
her vagina, in her ass,
Right.
but for some reason can't fart. You guys share a life together.
I'm still
and you
weird
can't?
about pooping in front.
No, that's different.
That too. We are too.
That's
I feel
our,
that.
That's our boundary.
I walked in on her pooping last night.
I don't
Yeah.
like that either.
She took a shower and then she pooped.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
That's the worst.
It's the
She
other way
mixed
around.
it up on me, yeah.
Yeah.
So I just like, oh, is she taking a bath? And I came in like, hey, baby. I'm like, oh,
I don't
hey,
like
what's
that.
going on? She goes, get out of here. And I'm like, oh, what?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
so
a-
confused.
But
I don't like that either.
can I tell you the reason I bring this up is because on the drive home from the aeropuerto in LAX 2 nights ago, I was sitting in the car, Tom was driving, and I had such a rumble in the Bronx. I had, like, have you ever had diarrhea cramping where it's like I could feel it in my toes?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this is it. If I shit my pants, it's going to happen now. And I had a moment where I was like, I'm so glad that Tom and I have a relationship where I can be like, sweetie, I'm going to shit my pants.
Oh,
You
yeah.
gotta hurry the fuck
Right.
up and get me fucking home now.
Yeah, and we talked about. Can you imagine if you're one of those people that you don't talk about, and you're in that situation, and you just have to go, my stomach hurts,
My tummy.
and then as the guy, you'd be like, "Do you want me to stop by the CVS?" No, just go home. Like, no, your stomach hurts. Let's go.
your
let's get you
stomach's
some
up
medicine.
here.
Mallow for your stomach.
No, it's not that. I need to lay down. Well, why don't you lay the seat back?
Yeah.
I'll put on some music. Like, you just are dishonest about the whole thing instead of being like, "Hey,
lie.
I think I'm about to shit my whole life
Yeah.
out of me right now." You know, like speed it up. Fucking hit the gas.
Hit the
asshole.
gas, ass.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, because I have a relative, I won't say who, but who
gotta go pee.
go make sissy, mommy.
Yeah.
Who swears that for like 5 years of living with her boyfriend, they never farted and they never shit in front of each other. And I was like, well, how does that work? Let's say you two are watching a movie together, and one of you has to get up and take a shit. How do you guys? Like, you just she's like, oh, I just get up and I will leave. And I'm like, and what? He doesn't ask you where you going?
Yeah, like, what the fuck? You're missing for 5 minutes?
20
10
minutes.
minutes?
Well, for me, it takes 20 minutes. I like
Are
to
you a
take my
slow
time.
pooper?
It depends. Sometimes I wait until the brink of the moment. Sometimes I like to take my iPhone in, play some Angry Birds, maybe some Scrabble.
You don't have hemorrhoids?
No, I don't.
You're going to start
push.
getting hemorrhoids.
When?
If you sit on the toilet long, that's how hemorrhoids are born.
I thought it was through pushing.
Huh?
I thought it was just pushing.
And sitting.
And
Yeah,
sitting.
I knew this girl that I used
dear.
to date that would sit on the toilet as a child
Yeah.
and read books
I do
and
that.
magazines.
Yeah.
And her mom took her to the doctor, and it was like, hey, your daughter has hemorrhoids. And the girl's like 6 years old.
Oh,
And
dear.
and it was from sitting on the toilet, and now to this day she still has these hemorrhoids because of what she did when she was a kid.
You know that I remember eating spaghetti while shitting as a kid.
Yeah,
Like, do you remember
I love
that?
spaghetti and pooping.
No,
I love eating
do you
and
do
poop-
it?
I love eating and pooping.
Now you do that?
Oh, I do it all the time.
Brian!
You know, Wendy's
You
chili. You
can.
put a Wendy's chili on it.
And you just throw it right in the toilet.
Did you grow up having beer with your chili?
No. As a child?
Yeah, my dad would always be
Nah.
like, "You gotta put beer in it, boy." Like, and then I think like when I was like 11, I was drinking beer, and I'd be like, "Can I get more beer in my chili?" And he's like, of course you can.
My dad drank a lot of beer, and I would always be so jealous when I was a little girl, and I'd be like, Dad, just give me some. So he'd give me some, but then he'd dilute it with water, and then we'd watch like hockey together.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
What-
really
what,
taught me how to drink early. It was very good.
What was his beer of choice? My dad's was Old Milwaukee.
Wow, your dad's a real drinker.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad liked Lowenbrau, and then there was this other beer brand in the 80s where it was like you could scratch the label and you could see girls' tits.
What?
What?
So we had those in the house for a while, which is really appropriate for an 8-year-old girl.
I've never heard of such things.
Yeah, it was in the 80s. It was a little... They had decks of cards, too, with tits on them laying around. It was probably not good either.
Awesome.
But anyway, so there's another poop story we have on
no.
the flight home.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We both get up to pee, and we're passing by the one fucking lavatory for us coach class people, and it's occupied, and we're waiting, and we're waiting.
And we're standing in the
still-
galley where you're not supposed to, but they're just like...
And they're giving
you know,
us
we're
fucking
breaking
dirty
rules.
looks,
Yeah.
and rule breakers.
So, and this is not the thing. We get there 2 seconds after the person, like we can't quite see who's in there.
Oh, right, sorry.
So
yeah.
we start to push, you push the door.
I push the door to show her
And-
passive aggressively, hey, I'm here. Hurry the fuck up.
We don't know who it is yet. I couldn't see if it was a man or a
I
woman.
couldn't see if it was a
Right.
man or woman either.
But somebody just kind of shuts it back, and we go, okay.
Yeah.
And then like 2 minutes pass, which is a lot when you're like standing, on an airplane.
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes pass, and then we're working on 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And the flight attendant, I'm like, someone's been in here a long time. Like, I'm just going to go to the first class cabin. And she's like, well, let me see. And she goes to knock, but it makes me uncomfortable that she's going to knock on my behalf. So I stop her. I go, they're probably just working it out. And she was like looked at me like...
Joyless, too.
Yeah,
Joyless
totally
response. No fun.
So then we hear a flush. Right, so we're like, they're going to wrap it up. Well, now we get to 10 minutes and then a couple more minutes. So now I don't ask. I walk through the first class cabin. I go to the bathroom. I just pee.
Number one.
Yeah, I just go pee. And then I go back to my seat, which is the worst thing about one of the worst anxieties that I get is being a window seat person because you got to ask the people to get up. I hate that so much.
I sleep the whole time.
I fucking hate it.
Too.
So, anyways, I go sit down. She still hasn't gone.
Right.
She's still waiting by the coach class bathroom.
But you don't. But then what do? I say fuck it.
You say fuck it too, but it's still after a few more minutes.
This is after more time has passed.
Yeah.
So I stick it to the man.
We're
and
15
I go
minutes
to first
in.
class, and I fucking take a leak, and I hear the stewardess go meow 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 to yell, chastise me. I ignore her. I go back, and the person is still inside.
Right. So
God
now
damn
we're
it.
sitting next to each other. Now we got the fucking the stopwatch out. We're like how long is this going to last?
Who is this?
And then finally, I would say another 5 to 7 minutes later, the door opens and it's a woman.
A woman.
That's the
And
greatest.
she had just took 7 shits. Every shit she was going to take in Mexico,
God.
she saved for this flight, and she shit them all out.
I bet there's a lot of shitting
And a
going on
skinny
coming
woman.
back from Mexico.
Dude, and you could start to smell it. I think the smell started to waft into the cabin. But who the fuck? What are you
Who's
working out a shit like that
shitting
for on
on
a plane? Like you don't need. How many times do you shit on planes normally?
I don't think I've ever shit on a plane.
I've had to shit on
pissed on
planes,
planes.
and it's only because there was no other. Like I can't hold this. I gotta go.
That's right.
And I'm in a rush. You're supposed to be in a rush when you shit on a plane.
That's right.
Because you're
It's
shitting.
right
You're
there.
basically shitting 5 feet from 180 to 300 other people. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
get the shit out of you and get the fuck out of there.
Right.
She started to pull out like a fucking New York Times and was like, I'm just gonna sit here.
Maybe she was playing with her pussy.
Oh, Lord. It smelled
Brian.
like dudes. Can I tell you, though, I would expect a man to do that because men don't give a fuck usually.
Yeah.
But it was almost as if it was triumphant of her that she was like, you, fuck all of you. I am going to take a shit on this plane. I'm going to take my time.
I talked about
and I kind of like that.
Yeah, you like that?
I like her boldness. I like because women aren't usually programmed to be that much of a dick.
Yeah.
That's a fucking fat guy, shitty dick move. That's usually what disrespectful fat guys,
they
white
do.
fat men do.
Yeah.
So it was good to see her do that.
A lot of people take cigarette breaks now in the bathrooms using
No.
electronic cigarettes.
Oh, electronic,
Oh.
yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, they just go in there and
That's
sit
so
down
fucking
and
dumb.
just enjoy life.
I did talk about the temptation of masturbating on a plane, like
You
just
could
out
do
of
that.
boredom. Yeah, but then I also felt like you would get, I don't know, like I've thought about it before, and then that door is so flimsy. Like if you get a rush out of that kind of thing, like the fact there's people right there, but I find that to be a lot of pressure. And I haven't
You've
done
rubbed
it.
one out, haven't you, Brian?
Yeah, I've done it.
On planes?
Yeah,
Of course,
a couple
Really?
times.
Look at him.
Yeah, it's easy though for me because I'll just think of something real quick.
Yeah.
and
And then you feel relaxed. You're like,
Ah.
But it's weird though. Like when if you jerk off on a
So
bathroom plane, you get out and there's that line there, and there's like a kid like waiting to go next, and they're like, "Is the seat down?" And you're like, "There's a lot of stuff on it. Be careful." Like, it's weird, right? Like to see people like waiting as soon as you get out, and you know what you just did.
yeah, I guess so. But
It would
it
fuck
also
me
turns
up.
me on,
Does it?
I'm just kidding.
But you have done it.
Yeah, I have masturbated on planes.
Wow.
Wow.
I the one time I did it was because it was just fucking the craziest hottest thing ever happened on the plane, and I was just like, wow,
What?
I gotta take care of business. This was too hot.
What happened?
It was a red eye going to Texas or something. I don't know where I was going, and it was kind of like a half empty plane, and the row next to me on the other side there was just this chick, and then this guy sits down and there's a seat empty in the middle of them, and then I'm just like, they start talking, and I'm just like, wow, whatever, and so I fall asleep, and then 2 hours later I wake up, and they turned off all the lights in the plane on red eyes. So they sometimes do that, and they're on fucking top of each other just fucking.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, I swear to God, I'm just like, what? That's really happening. I mean, just full on, just
And coach?
Yes.
And was there
it was
someone
like
sitting
the back
next
of the
to them?
plane too. No. There was it was one of those planes where there was literally probably like 50 people on the plane. You know what I
And
mean?
they were fucking on the plane.
Yeah, they were just fucking
Wow.
going at it, and I
That's
was just
bold.
sitting there going, "Wow, this is hot. This is hot." And
Yeah.
I let them finish for a while, and then I went and masturbated.
Well, that's justified.
Yeah, I
I
get
feel
that.
like
That was
I
hot.
could see that, yeah.
Have you done? Well, we started talking about the fact like how many people have done it. A lot of people have probably
sure
jerked off
a lot
on
of people
planes.
jerk off on planes.
But then how many especially men? How many places do guys jerk off just all the
Everywhere.
time? Because a guy can pretty much get it down pretty quickly. I have not been really into doing that, but I imagine that you're at a restaurant and somebody's like, "I'm going to go to the bathroom." And they probably sometimes they just go and they
Wow,
just
I've
jerk
never
it.
done that. I never even thought.
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
you can, and you think about
Yeah.
guys can do it anywhere.
Yeah, I used to do it at my old jobs a lot.
Really?
And in a cubicle?
No, I worked and I went to this. We had a basement where we had all our archives for our files and stuff at this business company, and they had a side room that had a furnace that heated the whole place.
Yeah.
And I would go behind the furnace and masturbate.
Really?
I'd do it twice a day.
And you'd never worry about anybody
Never,
seeing?
because even if somebody did come down there, then I could be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go behind the furnace."
So
You
it's a
know?
good hiding spot.
Yeah.
One of my friends used to do it at the library.
I'm
at
sorry, the
school.
library, I think.
Yeah,
is how that's
sorry, I mispronounced it. The library in school, just they had the computer stations.
Uh-huh.
Oh, boy.
He would just roll up under the
gross.
table and start watching porn in the library.
Thank you.
And he would just jerk off underneath the table.
so
And I was like, dude, you are crazy. For me, that would be way too much fucking
There was a
pressure and fear.
There's a video store I worked at. It was open 24 hours a day. Mm-hmm. And on one side it was porn videos, and the other side was normal videos. And so I would just sit there and grab porn videos all day and be like, what do I want to watch? And watch it. And we had this little TV below you would sit on a counter or a whatever checkout place. And then below us, it was trash cans. And there was a TV there. So when people were like, "Hey, this videotape does not work," and I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, it does. Look." Yeah. So I would use it just to watch porn all the time. And sometimes this video store was never busy. So I would sit there and just fucking masturbate all the time.
Really?
And there was a few times where people would come in at the store and be like, "Yeah." And then they would come in and I'd be like, "All right, I'm going to finish this." Because they're looking around for movies. So I'm just sitting there with a normal face on. You can only see the top half of me. So I'd be just looking,
God.
staring
You're
off.
jerking
And
off.
I'm jerking off.
So you're such a derelict.
You are. You're
That is
telling
such a
them.
Forgot
derelict.
about that.
You're just looking them in the face, and you're like, "Cars? Yeah, that's in aisle 6 right now."
Yeah.
Can I tell you that I've seen so many public masturbators in my life? I've seen the first one I ever saw. I was 12 years old, and it was in a church in Guadalajara, Mexico. I was 12 years old, and it was a sacred church where people would crawl on their knees for miles to come and worship. And I was 12, and there was this guy in the back row, this little fat Mexican with his fucking cock and balls hanging out. Yeah. And I remember that. I was like, "Oh, damn it." And I always say now, if I ever see a public masturbator, the key, girls, is to shame them. You must be vocal. Shh. God damn it, Tom. Motherfucker. Anyway, the key is to shame them. Because they're getting off on the thrill of
Right.
of you being quiet and you being like, "Oh my gosh!" But if you're like, "You fucking piece of human shit,
Yeah.
what are you doing?"
What's that small penis of yours?
Shame them, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they don't like it, and then it feels good.
Well,
Women
thanks
don't
for
do
ruining
that.
my.
No problem.
Well, speaking of
Girls
videos,
don't public
let me ask you this
masturbate.
because we had this debate, we had this discussion the other day.
This is a very interesting
This is very-
scenario.
very interesting
We need
scenario.
your opinion on this.
And it's a slightly different scenario for women and men, but pretty similar. And we talked about we do a lot of would you rather's, in public,
free
and
time.
a lot of free time. We do the especially we're in an airport together. You see a couple of pigs, and you're like, would you rather fuck this guy, this girl, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you guys are lucky. My girlfriend just does the same thing, but she's like, "Would you rather have the dog lick? You have to lick the
Well,
dog's pussy or the
yes.
cat's pussy?"
Yeah,
We do that.
And I
We
say
do
cat's
that.
We
pussy,
do all
obviously.
kinds.
we do that. you want the pussy's pussy,
Yeah, I
of
want
course.
the clean pussy.
But so this scenario, I think my lovely wife came up with.
I did,
It's very
thank you.
pleasant. And that was, would you rather have your whole family I added the detail of on Christmas Day. I think it adds a little
But you
something
send
to
a
it.
formal invitation.
Right.
There's
But you
an
have
invite.
the whole family, parents, if you have siblings, cousins, everybody gets together. And I think Christmas is a good day because it's usually a joyful day,
Right.
a day where you're going to just celebrate and have fun. And before presents, you go, everybody gather around, and you open the DVD player, you put a DVD in, and on the big screen, you show them either a video of, in Christina's case, would be her getting jizzed on her face, bukkakied by 10 homeless men, right? So that's
Wait,
scenario
let's
one.
clarify what bukkake is.
Right.
We know the terms, the parameters. The homeless men just ejaculate
They
on her
masturbate
face.
onto her face.
Now, are you talking about white or black wizards?
It's a mixture.
It
It's a
could be
mixture.
Puerto Ricans,
Yeah.
It's
blacks,
a mixture.
whites,
Asians.
no
It's a Gap
Asians because they're
commercial.
too busy being scientists and stuff. But
Oh my lord!
so anyway, so they jizz on my face, but I don't have to eat the semen. It just rests.
It's the yeah.
It rests on your face. That's
It
it.
sits
Okay.
there.
So there's that.
10 of
And now
Or-
the whole time, are you like, ooh, or are you like, oh yeah?
you don't
No,
have to be either.
You can do it.
Your face is just there.
You can
You're
just
just
be
there.
eyes closed and just miserable, or you can
Okay.
be happy, be like, I love it. Who's next? You can do whatever you
right.
want.
Now
There's that
That
scenario.
changes it a little. Right?
that's for me, right?
That's 10. There's 10 dudes, one at a time, that make their deposit. So that's scenario one, and your family watches that. Or scenario two is simply you masturbate to orgasm, and it's just you masturbating to orgasm, and your family watches. So Christina was immediate in her response, which was, "Oh, definitely." Actually, before I answer,
Yeah.
before I
Let's-
tell you their
let's-
answer,
yeah.
let me tell you the other
So
scenario.
male
So
version.
the male version
version,
is we decided would be basically either 10 homeless women masturbating but the kind that can like shoot
Squirters.
yeah, squirters. So and they just spray and
Well,
they have
I'll
they
definitely
have
choose that.
they have shaking but they have like shaking orgasms where they go like those kind
right.
and
G-spot
it just and it just shoots out like a fire hose, like
Yeah.
it blasts you, or
Yeah.
they piss. One of the two, okay.
All right.
Whatever substitute,
I'll
whichever
definitely go
one.
with that one.
That or you masturbate.
Or you masturbate,
no,
and your
no,
mom
no.
gets to see your O face.
No, I would definitely do that.
Now,
Thank you.
How
That's
come?
ridiculous.
Why
What's your reasoning?
What's your reasoning?
Well, one, because
Yeah.
I'm not actually pulling out my dick and going, hey guys, hey dad, grandma, look at this. Yeah, you like this hard sausage? I'm not doing that. If a bunch of
Right.
homeless people are fucking coming on my face, I'd be like, yeah, that was a dark day. And
Right. And it's not your fault. Like, it's kind of not your
right. My mom would be like, oh, I feel bad for you. And my dad would be
Right.
like, can I borrow it?
Right, but it evokes sympathy because
Yeah.
I too
Yes.
choose the bukkake because it takes the culpability off of you. You don't want to invite your parents to be like, "Hey guys, you want to see this really great video I made?" And it's just you rubbing one out. Then it's you. It's on you. But
Right.
Yeah.
if you're the victim of a 10 homeless guy bukkake,
But-
Why would you? You
It's-
thought the other thing?
yeah, and he thinks I'm abnormal because
What
I
the
choose
fuck
the
is
bukkake.
wrong with him?
Well, my friend Susie also chose the masturbation.
Yeah.
yeah. And
Well,
Susie's
I think
a pretty healthy person.
I think it was different. I mean, I thought about it differently for myself. The thing is that, like, I view
Your family's already seen you.
no, I viewed it
it's all
differently.
normal. We do that on Thanksgiving.
I viewed it different. I'm saying I viewed her saying it differently because for me, if she's talking about herself and the 10 homeless guys, I view that as a violation of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go, oh, I don't want to see 10
I'm not
guys,
eating
10 homeless
it.
guys blow loads on your face.
Right.
I'd rather, because it's
You'd rather
me.
be like, hey, grandma, let me spread this open.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Ew.
Let me show you how to
Yeah.
do this.
You need to pull the hood back, Grandma. That's what you forget to do. You never do it right. Let me show you.
Babe, that's
Yeah.
so fucking gross.
But then I thought about it.
God.
It is weird to like look in the because you have to look in the camera and be like,
yeah.
build up
Right.
to your thing, and your parents are like, Jesus. Now the thing is, here was my reasoning why the masturbating is somewhat more tolerable. Okay, the reasoning for me was, if you see somebody like that who you don't want to see masturbate, you immediately, if you're like emotionally a normal person, you start to empathize with them, and you go like, oh man, that sucks. I'm having to see like a family member do that, and you go, because I do that too, and therefore you have a tremendous amount of empathy. If you see them getting like jizzed on or pissed on or whatever.
I have empathy for that more.
You have maybe you have empathy, but you also are like maybe more kind of horrified to see them in that light, because you know that like they masturbate regardless of whether you see the video, and you know that you do, but you don't necessarily know that 10 guys line up and blow their fucking.
Honestly, most
on.
Guys, even if you're like your grandpa and your dad and everything's there, they're going to see a bunch of homeless girls squirting their pussy juice on your face. They're probably going to actually think it's cool.
Maybe.
You know? So that takes 50% of the family.
I don't know. Your granddad's going to be like, that's really cool.
Come on. He's a guy. He knows that he's like probably like, man, I never thought about getting a bunch of homeless pussy
That's
juice.
really cool.
They did this for free? Is this a deal? It's horrible.
And then the girls, they're all probably like, well, I have a pussy, and these girls are squirting from their pussy. That's interesting to me.
Dude, no. I don't know. I just don't think I'd want to see any of my.
But then you were
family
also
members
like
masturbating.
You were
That's
also like,
so
how come it's only
fucking
10 guys? You're like, I want it to be like 40 or 100 guys. Remember?
What?
You're like, how come it's not like 1,000 guys to do it though?
All right. So
That would be a
since you guys
Mexican
played this
fantasy.
game also,
Yeah.
I just went through this game 2 days ago.
Okay.
You did.
Okay.
The other one was, would you rather sleep with your mom or your dad? But you
That's-
have to
That's
both,
a horrible
You
game.
have to make them both orgasm.
Oh my god,
And so if it takes your mom like 2 weeks,
That's so fucking.
that's really bad.
I know.
That's
And I-
Always, it's an
I-
obvious answer either
That's
time.
it.
it's always obvious.
It's always
What's
the,
obvious?
it's
Then
the
obviously you go with your mom.
What?
No,
Why would I go with my dad?
Because guys are
you
easier to make
can't-
come.
and you
not
can't
gonna-
violate your mother. You have to go with your dad.
See, I thought I totally chose the other one. And I was like,
No.
I was
Well,
like,
this
all
is
right,
your
I've
mom's
already
house.
touched my mom's vagina once in my life.
Oh,
Ew.
You know, I
No.
came out of it. I'm not going to sit there
Ugh, God,
Be introduced
no,
to
it's
my-
just horrifying.
because that's gay. I'd rather be
Yeah.
inbred than gay, I guess.
You
No,
guys,
no.
guys are so weird about that. Gay. It's not gay. It's
I
just
think you have
So
to
you'd go right for your dad.
immediately.
Skid your knees coming at him.
No way, no doubt about it, man.
And what would you
so
be?
gross. Me? Mm-hmm. You know, just because men are so much biologically easier, I would have to go with the dad thing. Just because, like, you're I mean, not that I. Like,
You wouldn't just like scissor spoon
Wait.
your mom.
It's a horrible scenario. That's a horrible
question.
scenario.
Like,
I
what?
know it's the worst.
can I
question.
kill myself?
That's the
Is
worst.
that an option?
Yeah. Can they? There's the third option, a gun, and you immediately it's like what? Either of them? All right, and you just blow your
Yeah.
brains out immediately.
I choose suicide. That's
Yeah.
fucking awful.
Yeah, my girl plays dirty. She asked
a really
the most
bad one.
ridiculous ones. Like and then the other one was
I love
eating
this
my
game.
my cat's pussy or my dog's pussy.
I like when you find. I find the game.
Stupid. I love it.
The game is really fun when you see
So
like
much
two
fun.
really ugly people in public.
Yeah.
And then you have to justify
which one you do.
which one is like less ugly. I like that game.
I've been doing this thing where I pick a really ugly fat woman. I'm like, babe, you get to fuck her for the rest of your life, just her,
or no
or
fucking.
no fucking at all.
Which do you choose?
Celibacy.
But don't just picture like,
that's
oh, it's kind of a
Sophie's
heavy
choice.
girl. She pulls like she chooses like
Oh,
a
I
woman
would
who you're like.
totally go with the fat chick.
No, but
Right,
that's
like
it.
an ugly,
It's not.
hideous
That's what I'm
pig.
saying. It's not a fat chick.
It's a
like
pig.
a woman
Like a
that
bad
you can't even. You're not sure if it's a woman, and like you know that and you can see that she has bizarre smells coming out of her, and like
gender
yellow
problems.
teeth, yeah, like gender identity issues, and like
God.
really like she's asexual,
Yeah,
and she'll be
I
like,
guess
you get
I
to
would
fuck
choose
that thing
that.
or not fuck, and you're kind of like, I don't know.
Wait, okay, the
know.
new rule. So you have to choose the asexual, gender problemed female man, or no touching yourself at all, like total celibacy. You can only
No, I would
have
choose the
Yeah.
gender person.
nocturnal
I would just start
emission.
fucking her knee.
But I
or
think
something.
it would turn me into like somebody like a really aggressive, like sexual assaulting kind of guy.
No,
you know,
you
yeah, because
think-
I'd be filled with hatred that I have to fuck
this
this
monster.
and I would just be
poison out.
I do a lot of drugs.
yeah.
I'd probably just become a huge alcoholic.
Yeah.
Where I'm like,
Yeah.
this is the hottest.
Well, you'd
shit
have to
ever.
substitute.
call.
You'd have to substitute the lack of being turned on with other shit. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
awful.
Absolutely.
Wait, let's do another one.
All right. Would you rather suck a big black dick
Okay.
or a big Asian dick?
There's no such thing as a big Asian dick.
Brian.
You're so dumb. Okay, I have one, Brian. Okay, would you rather live in the back of a no. Okay, would you rather ride a roller coaster professionally? That's your job from 9 to 5 every day, 8 hours a day. You get an hour lunch, 2 15-minute
just
breaks.
ride nonstop roller coasters
You ride
all day?
Colossus and Magic Mountain,
I don't want to do that.
or you have to go an entire year without washing your hands. And you have to wear plastic baggies over your hands when you shower. You can shower, but you can't wash your hands.
What the fuck is this?
This is
That's
the
like the
type of-
weirdest one. I would probably say I can't wash my hands because I think riding a roller coaster just for an hour straight would be like, oh my god, I'm going to die.
Wait, how many hours are you
She
proposing
did
to
it
ride?
all day.
It's a full-time job.
full-time
It's 40
job.
hours
So
a
it's your
week.
9 to 5.
Yeah, just
You
You
do
ride.
ride
that-
a roller coaster.
And that's your job, or not washing your hands.
Yeah,
Or
it's
you
like the
can't-
weirdest
you
what if
can't
ever.
wash
It's
your
just a
hands for a
weird
year.
random what if.
That now,
Wait, I have a better
I think you'd swap out in the middle of that. You'd be like, I gotta wash my. You gotta wash your hands.
Yeah.
What would you pick?
I would ride the roller coasters. I think.
I know,
You think
'cause
you
I
could
have
do
to
that
wash my
every
hands.
day?
I don't know. I mean, I might lose my mind, and and pretty soon I'd be like, and I'd be one of those people that rocks back and forth a lot, and you just, I don't.
I would just not wash my hands.
chanting.
I'd have no problem with that.
Wait, what about
No.
this,
I
Brian?
would use ball sweat when no one was looking.
Oh.
There'd be all kinds of shit on your hands after like a week.
What
man.
about Brian? What about for a year you have to eat nothing but beer and donuts, or you can't wash your hands for a year?
Ooh.
Beer and donuts, and you can drink water and you can take
That
vitamins
would
to
be.
not die.
That's fucking gross, man.
But beer and
That's
donuts,
disgusting.
any
I'd
kind of
probably say
donut.
not wash my hands.
Yeah, maybe that because you would really start to feel like
Oh,
shit.
God, that would be awful. You'd be dead.
Yeah, imagine like you'd be like for like the first day you'd be like, this is gonna be all right. This is gonna be a good year, man.
what the fuck?
And then
Gosh.
a couple years, like a couple days in, you'd be
Yeah.
like, I got stomach cramps. And then you'd be fully nauseous in a week or two.
But wait, you can have jelly
And
donuts.
a few
which
months
are
in,
fruit.
like your doctor would be like, your kidneys are failing, and like you'd have real health issues,
Aw.
and you just end up vomiting all the time. I think
Yeah.
you're just sitting.
God, the
You'd
taste.
every day you'd lay down in bed and you'd go, and you'd puke on your chest, and it would be the same donut and beer mix that it always is.
Donuts and
You
beer.
start eating your vomit.
Oh, God. Those
Would
are-
you-
Those
you-
are so
all right.
nutritionally bankrupt. Those are two most nutritionally bankrupt items you could put in your body. Donuts are the worst.
Would
They're
you
delicious.
ever try to successfully like transfer your poop to your girlfriend's butthole without spilling a drop?
What?
Like line up the assholes
And just push it into
and
it.
just try to push it.
But it would just be like toothpaste. It would just smush out onto it.
No, not if you
Yeah.
oil it up first, probably, and have her like
Like
practice,
you have it propped open.
Maybe with
Like
a
you have it held
speculum.
open?
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
propped up.
That I would do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
I
You
would.
would not to me.
No, I'm saying what I would do
His
is
girlfriend, not to me.
sedate you, tie you down, like so you're
Yeah.
passed out.
Yeah.
Then I would use an apparatus that holds the cheeks open,
Okay.
and another apparatus that spreads,
I'm
stretches
listening.
the hole, like what, like gapes it open.
Okay.
And then I would line up my butthole
Yeah.
as tight as I can to it, and then take as like try to get like a thunder shit.
Yeah.
Like one of those shits you just goes like like one of those like scary shits. So that when
Okay.
and then like kind of take that stuff down so that when you woke up you would have my shit inside of you.
And who loses in this game? Because this seems like a win-win.
This is a win-win
thing.
game.
This is awesome.
Yeah, that's just a
I think
a
that's
fun game.
just would be fun to try.
We should try that next time we go to Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make the week go by a lot faster.
Have you guys ever eyeball kissed?
Ew. No.
Like, try it.
Kiss the eyeball?
Yeah, you just like open your eyes like really high
No,
up,
I don't
and
like
then just
that.
kind of
I don't like
kiss
that.
each other's
That's
eyeballs.
No.
silly, Brian.
No,
like
like
that.
rub eyeballs together.
Do you pee on each other?
No, but I peed inside girls, but that
Inside?
yeah, that's a bit. That's a bit I do about how this girl in high school she used to always want me to pee inside her.
But why did she want to do
Can you
that?
do
It
that?
feels
Wait.
like she. I'm coming. It feels like she.
I have
I'm
a
coming.
question.
And she really
times
enjoyed that?
1,000.
But
And-
doesn't your penis have to be erect to put it inside of
No,
her?
no, we would totally like be in the shower, like yeah, let's make out, let's fuck, and then like we'll start fucking in the shower, and then she would just like
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
pee in me.
That can't be good for you,
It's
for
not
her.
good for her.
No, it can't
I mean-
be.
Pee is sterile, though.
Yeah, it's sterile.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if the doctor would be like, one thing you should try is you should start having your significant other piss inside of you. It's good for you.
Oh, it's
and it's healthy. and it's going to make you feel a lot better. Like I don't think it's a recommended thing.
Would you eat her poo? Like if it?
I would never eat
Ew.
poo.
No, but listen. What if God was like, I'm gonna kill your fucking girlfriend unless you eat?
Oh, obviously we're gonna do that.
Remember that funny movie we watched where that happened? There's that Italian movie.
It's not funny.
Where that guy
My
takes his
husband's a
shit
serial killer.
and he makes this
Sociopath.
girl
Oh,
with a spoon
God.
eat his shit. It's pretty crazy.
Salome.
Yes.
Salome.
Salome. Is it Salome?
Yeah, man, it's salami.
It's pretty wild.
Salome's
And he
are really
laughs
funny.
so hard when it happens too. It's really funny.
gross.
Can you find that? Can you fucking find that?
Oh, is it time? It's time for dental updates.
So while you were in
Yes, I
Mexico,
did.
did you did you get any cheap dental work?
I will tell you that I did not floss as much while I was on vacation.
Now that
I said no thanks.
I didn't want to confess to you, but I was really slacking on the flossing.
Oh my god.
And I know, but you know what we found actually? I
on, I
unpacked
wanna
my
read.
suitcase, and what did I find? What does that piece of paper say?
Dental floss?
No, the fucking paper. Will you stop looking?
I'm trying to. I want to read something that some guy sent me. Go ahead.
I opened the suitcase. We're unpacking in the hotel room, and I see a piece of paper folded in my suitcase, and I'm like, I didn't pack that. And I pull it out, and it says 15 tips to prevent tooth decay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I was like, oh,
So-
now I look like a real fucking tooth fanatic where I travel
Yes.
with
like
a
he
fucking
needs Redban.
like itinerary of keeping my teeth from decaying.
I have a dental update.
Oh, do tell.
You do?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was getting letters nonstop since the last time I went to my dentist. Like, hey, you owe $32, and I'm like, wait, I paid in full when I left. They're like, how much do you owe? And I'm like, all right, here's the money.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what is this? And then it was like a fluoride treatment. And I guess what happened is like I went to get my teeth cleaned, and this fucking dentist bitch was like, hey, I think I might add some extra things onto his bill, so I'm gonna give him a fluoride treatment. Fluoride treatments are not usually in a cleaning; it's actually an extra
To cover- not
it's
covered
like
Those fucking
it's like
cocksuckers.
buying an extra warranty at Best Buy. So they added that, and I didn't even know they added. So I call and I'm like, look, you've been sending me these bills for the last 4 months. I did not
Motherfuckers.
fucking ask for this fluoride treatment. So
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. I think they just added this on. And then
Yeah.
she was like, oh, I understand. Don't worry about it. I'll take it off. But it was like, I was like, yes, that's good. But now I fucking can't even trust dentists. I'm to the point where I just can't trust dentists anymore.
You can't
You
trust
can't
them.
trust
I
doctors
trust-
or dentists. No.
I trust my dentist growing up because he was like a family friend.
And
you know?
because you were a child.
And I was a child.
Yeah.
But I don't. I bet you one thing. If I go to him right now, if I go back to Ohio and go to the dentist, he's just doing what he's supposed to do. He's not like a
Right.
used car salesman.
Well, that's what we got now. We're
I'm
lucky.
telling you, my Hungarian dentist, the guy's man level. I'm going to read you a dental update. Someone tweeted me, actually. His name is Joe Reza. And he says, Mommy, dental update, braces for 4 years, then 6 teeth taken out at once.
Jesus.
For second set of braces for another 3 years. And I wrote back to him, I was like, how could they not know they had to pull teeth? Like, you can kind of see that shit coming. And then he says, first set were a waste, $4,000 for braces.
Fuck.
And my teeth would have returned to a mess because of too many teeth then. So, but you can see when the fucking teeth are coming in. They have x-rays they can take.
Right.
So that sounds like a really bad dental update. Poor
yeah,
guy.
that's really
Sorry,
poor
Joe,
guy.
to hear that. That's
we'll
fucking
send
devastating.
We'll send you some toothpaste if you give us your address.
Yeah, we'll masturbate on your face in
What
front
are
of
you
your
pulling
parents.
up? Anything
You know, I was so.
What was the thing that I was asking you to pull up a minute ago? What was that?
Oh, Salome.
Oh yeah.
Is
yeah.
it Salome?
I don't
Let
think
me
that's the
look
right
it up.
name.
It's it's notorious for being one of the most grotesque.
Banned movies. Yeah.
What? What does that
Oh
mean?
my god!
Like, I'll poop into her butthole, and then she'll poop it back into my butthole.
Where is
And
this
then
from?
we'll just keep doing it back and forth with the same poop.
You love this. What is
Oh
this
my
from?
god. I'm going to put that.
It's from a movie. I just realized that it's from Me and You and everyone we know. It's a movie, scene from that movie. But I just remembered somebody reminded me that when I said that earlier, that would you ever try to poop in your girlfriend's butthole? That's actually from a movie. I was like, that's funny. I forgot all about that movie.
It's not Salome. You're right. I didn't say that right.
Yeah.
What
Some
is it?
Italian movie that
Yeah.
is known for being the most horrific movie in all of the history of movies. and it's about a house of like sodomy where they take all these wealthy Italian children and then they sodomize them. They make them shit on each other. They make them shit on the carpet and eat the shit and then the shit and then the shit and the shit. And my husband rents it and brings it home and is like, I got this really funny movie to watch. Let's watch it. And then, shortly into it, I was like, this is not funny. The way that Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer is not a comedy, even though my husband laughs at the part where he breaks the neck of a hooker.
I got a great movie for you to watch.
Go ahead. What is it?
I Love You, Philip Morris. You're gonna fucking love this movie. It's just the greatest movie ever. And so make sure you have rock hard boners when you watch this.
It's called I Love You, Philip Morris?
Yeah.
Is this it?
DA and got a letter from the judge. I do not understand what the holdup is. Now, I am not some paralegal. I am Stephen fucking Russo.
Jim Carrey.
And I expect proper adjudication.
Salo.
What is this
120 Days of Sodom.
Well, that's what it is. Salo.
What is that, man? What is that? Sorry.
I missed that whole thing.
Oh, it's a movie with Jim Carrey, and he plays. It's based on a true story, and it's just Jim Carrey fucking coming in guys' asses and stuff.
No,
Really?
How did I miss that?
It's like Brokeback Mountain with Jim Carrey and
That
Ian
sounds like
McGregor.
the best movie ever made. AIDS. I gotta take a pee, guys. I gotta take a pee.
There's a clip. Can you search for a clip?
Yeah.
Salo. Just write SALO.
SALO.
Shit eating.
Shit eating.
Let's see if that comes up.
Right
this
here.
is it here.
Oh, gross. What the fuck are you watching this?
Carlo, metti le dita così. Sei capace di dire non posso mangiare il riso
Is that poop on
tenendo
his
le dita
face?
così?
I don't know, or blood.
posso mangiare il riso. E allora mangia la merda.
Yeah, it might be shit. But the clip is not going to be on YouTube. You have to search for it on Google because they wouldn't have that clip, I don't think, on YouTube. But if you search just like Google, there's Salo.
Shit eating.
Yeah.
Why do you like watching movies about shitting?
It's not that so much. It's just let's see. It's on one of those sites, like one of those crazy sites, has a clip. One of those like not rotten, but like one of those sites that only has horrifying stuff.
Yeah, Daily Motion. I think I found it actually.
Really?
Yeah, maybe. Oh, of course it's not iPad friendly. Oh, yes,
really?
it is. Oh.
It's really fucking. It's crazy. This is it. This is the scene.
Prendi il cucchiaino.
Yeah. But this scene starts too late.
Oh, why?
Well, because you don't get to see him taking the shit.
Oh, so he just took a shit on the floor?
Yeah, he just took a shit on the floor.
And now he's it's a guy in a suit and it's this naked girl.
Yeah.
That's now.
And he's saying mangia, which is eat in Italian.
I'm so glad I'm not missing this,
And
guys. Oh, for fuck's sake, I hate this movie.
I know.
Oh, she's eating the poo. Look how funny my husband thinks this is, by the way.
Look how happy he is.
He is happy.
He kind of looks like you, Tom.
Well, that man has killed her mother earlier in the movie.
He killed her mother also?
Yeah.
What an asshole. What's his fucking problem?
This guy, he doesn't sleep enough. I think he's just really tired.
What do you think shit tastes like?
Happy.
He's very happy.
What do you guys think poo tastes like, really?
Not good. It can't be good.
Let's try to really deduce. It's toxins, like it's the bad things in food.
You've never tried your own poop?
No, I mean,
You never got a little on your finger and just licked it off?
Oh.
Not yet, but
Human feces, the smell is so intense, man.
it's hard to get off your
You know?
hands too.
Not just when you take a shit, but like you ever seen like after like a homeless guy shits on the ground or something, or like when I was in college, one of the guys on the dorm, he just shit on the floor in the bathroom, and you like that. It's so intense to imagine that some people. I'm pretty cool with like everybody, like whatever they are into sexually. That's one where I go like, how does that arouse you? Like it's so fucking
That's a line
intense.
crosser.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't. It is very counterintuitive. It's counter your survival instinct to eat or sexually sexualize shit. It's completely counterintuitive.
But just so we're clear, if you're a Momcast fan, you should rent the movie Salo, 120 Days of Sodom. It's a real funny movie. You should watch it with your family.
You know, and you should air it at Christmas after you air the video of the 10 homeless guy bukkake, or of you masturbating. And
Whichever
then
you
Salo.
choose. Whichever you choose.
Yeah.
But I would do a really important part of this for the Christmas morning video thing is it's before presents. You don't open the presents and then watch the videos. You watch the videos
it's
first.
It's your choice, but it's before.
Yeah, because then the presents will make you forget. You know,
right?
Plus, it puts a general sense of happiness and cheer.
If there's a joyful mood, you go, "Hey, we just watched those hilarious movies. Now let's open some presents." It's very fun.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, bukkake.
Well, I'm glad we got to come back to her mommy's house.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are back.
I missed you.
Are you guys going to be in town for a while now?
No, I'm in fucking Vegas next week.
Yeah. And then we'll hopefully be back to do another in-house cast.
Yes.
Very soon.
I'm filming a horror movie next week.
You are?
Lead in some horror movie.
What? Oh my god!
Yeah,
what do you mean?
I just found out this guy that plays, or this guy that makes these like B movies, like horror movies.
Oh my goodness!
He has me playing like this lead guy where I'm trying to rape a girl or something, and then she ends up killing me.
Really?
It's like a famous star too.
So
porn star.
What?
Wow!
It's not a porn movie though. But, what's that?
Who's the girl?
Shit, I can't even remember her name right now.
Wait, I think I just saw something about that on Twitter. Did you tweet that or somebody else?
Oh, yeah, I did tweet that. Oh, so I could tell you right now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see that.
I've never heard of her before, but she has a shitload of followers on Sophie D. I guess she's big from the UK. She's,
mommy.
So that's who you're doing the movie with?
Yeah, she's the one that kills me.
And how did you
try to rape her?
Did you audition for this?
No, somebody that like my girlfriend was in a movie called Bloody Mary, and he did that movie also. And then he came to do a podcast, and I was like, "Hey, if you ever need any extras or whatever, let me know." And he wrote me back, he's like, "Hey, I got a lead for you. You want that?"
Oh my goodness!
So this is a real film, though.
I mean, it's on film. I don't know if it's going to be like in movie theaters.
That's pretty incredible. You did that. I like that you went
Take a
straight
picture.
to offer.
Yeah,
like a fucking big shot. You didn't have to audition.
Yeah. So what's funny is I die in it, so I have to practice like dying.
Dying's hard, I bet.
And so I'm thinking I'm going to do like Tim Roth and Reservoir Dogs dying, and instead of like just be like, "Ugh, you suck," I'm going to be like,
yeah, that's good dying.
Do you get to cop a feel
I like
on
when
this
he does
girl
it.
at all, or anything?
I have no idea, but she's got huge tits.
Can you pull up a photo?
Oh yeah, let's look at Sophie D right now.
Yeah.
That's how he dies, Tim.
Sophie D.
Look at me,
Images.
I'm Sophie D.
She's married to a wizard
Anal
too.
porn
Is she?
for free.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
I can't
Wow.
porn star.
Is he in the business too?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You know his name?
Yes. It's shit, I can't remember now.
Do you think that having a lot of sex really disfigures a woman's vagina?
It's a good question. I think you know how like the dog tongue, how dog tongue sticks out a little. I think it just starts getting a little bit sticky out or more.
Interesting.
Oh, here he is. Lee Bang.
Lee Bang.
Lee Bang.
Lee Bang.
It's a great name.
Yes, that's
buddy.
weird. I've never had to act.
Well, you better
It's gonna
take
be
an
so
acting
weird.
class.
No, I'm just gonna be myself. I'm gonna be. I think I
Oh.
talk about like the script I got was like I'm just talking normal shit. Like
Yeah?
yeah. So
And
I'm just gonna,
you try to rape her in the movie?
I think so.
Jesus.
Oh, that sounds like
How long are you going to shoot for?
We're just shooting like the scene that I'm in. Or like because I die.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I'm just doing it in the morning and. I don't know how
Next
long.
week.
Yeah, it's like 8-page.
That's
script.
exciting. Oh, this is exciting. I haven't gone into detail of this with you yet, but I've been talking to somebody about just doing a little sponsorship on the show. And so maybe I'll have a little audio intro for both the sponsor and for the show itself.
That's exciting.
Coming up next week, so that'll be fun.
I hope it's Teddy Grahams.
It's pretty fun stuff.
Have you ever had Teddy Grahams?
No, what's
I
that?
love Teddy
The graham crackers that look like teddy bears.
Oh, those. Oh, I thought you said Titty Grams.
No, Teddy Grahams.
Teddy Grahams are delicious.
I know, right?
The chocolate ones are really good.
I've gotten back into oatmeal lately, like those little packets of oatmeal, like strawberry cream and.
Oh, I
and all
love
that shit.
those.
It's like every time I'm like, damn, I'm fucking hungry, but I gotta eat in like an hour. Bust out one of those
I'm
bags.
on the Weight Watchers. That's like $1 million.
It's not bad.
Is it?
No, it's not bad.
The carbs.
Wait, where are you next? Give your.
Okay, mommies. If you guys are in Las Vegas, come and see me.
yeah.
And please let me know if you heard the Momcast, because I love it
Yeah.
when you guys listen and you tell us. It really makes me happy.
I want to thank them for that too, for all the people that have come
Yeah.
to the shows lately who have listened. It's awesome.
I love
Thank you
it.
for
And
coming.
for tweeting. We love reading your guys' dental updates or just to know that you're a supporter of your mom's house. It's really, really cool and really fun.
If you've listened today, please let us know which video you would make for Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Would you
We need to
masturbate
know.
or would you do the homeless bukkake? Just let
Yeah.
us know. And then
No, I'm at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club. You didn't
At
let
the
me
Trop.
say that.
Sorry, it's at the
You're
Trop.
Extremely rude. Yeah, at the Tropicana in Las Vegas, all next week from Monday through Sunday. Brad Garrett himself will be there on Sunday night, so if you're a fan of his, definitely come out.
that'll be a blast.
And you, Mommy, what about you, Jeans?
I'm going to be.
Ghetto Boys, I love them.
I'm going to Winnipeg. I'll be at Rumors September 21st through October 1st. We're doing 2 weeks there.
2 weeks at the same club?
2 weeks at the same club.
Wow, you're gonna be
unheard of.
depressed.
How do they do that? That doesn't sound normal.
That's all right. I don't know. I've heard a lot of great things about the club.
Well,
so
good. Have fun,
if you're in
James.
Winnipeg, there. I also do some guest spots next week in Phoenix at Stand Up Live. So if you're in the Phoenix area and want to say hi to a mommy, come on by and see me there. That's September 15th, I think,
And you,
through
Bright
the
Bright?
18th.
Well, we have a Death Squad show Friday
Death Squad?
at Ice House.
Oh, the Ice House.
Oh,
Love that place.
no.
It's just going to be a bunch of comics going. Are you guys in town Friday?
This Friday?
we are,
Tomorrow? The day after tomorrow? Yeah, actually, we are.
Well, if you guys want to stop by, it's just going to be like 50 comics in an hour and a half time.
Oh, no.
It's funny because they asked me to like book this room, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just make it a Death Squad show.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, Joe, you want to do it? And Rogan's like, sure, I'll do it. And then,
Oh, Jesus.
And then now I was like, hey, can I do it? I'm like, yeah. So now I have like so many comics. I'm like, and then I just got this text today. I'm like, hey, we're going to stop by, me and this person. And I'm like, holy shit.
How many comics do you have on it now?
I don't know, but
That's not fun.
no, it's not.
Especially for you either.
No, so what I'm
You gotta
probably-
tell people no. You gotta.
What I'm probably gonna do is like, hey, you do this show, you do this show. It's 8 and 10.
Yeah.
So maybe I have to do something. And it's
But
just-
for your sake, if I were you, we'll do you the favor of not showing up. You don't have to.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But if I were you,
no, but if you want to hang out with, all
I would tell people ahead of time.
Yeah.
Try to tell people now. Tell certain people come to the 10, and tell other people
Yeah.
come to 8 o'clock.
it's so hard.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Life is hard, you guys.
Life is hard.
But we love you, mommies.
Bye, mommies. Thank you for coming into my house.
Bye, mommy.
Bye now.
Feels good to be a gangster.
Yo,
Meow, meow.
back in the house of mothers, La Casa de Mamitas, and
Bonus
just wanted to
materials.
talk a little more about vacationing and why I have a bias, obviously, because of my own genetic ethnic makeup.
He's part Spic. What kind of Spic are you? Just tell them.
Peruvian, half Peruvian, and then I also have Spanish.
Ay, qué lástima. Ay, Dios mío.
But it's important to the vacation. You should go on vacation.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be an extravagant vacation. It's just a vacation where you get away from shit that's in your
Are you
life.
done vomiting into the microphone? It
what
was
are you
so
vomiting?
menacing.
Can I fucking finish this sentence without you cutting
That
me
was
off?
so gross.
It's so fucking
Well,
annoying.
talk like a normal person, guys.
Do you guys have angry sex? Like, I told you, bitch. Rah, rah, rah. Do you ever play
I
around like that?
so want to hate fuck.
You never hate fuck? You gotta hate fuck. Once in a while,
No.
once a week.
No, we're not hateful like that. We just joke around. That's how we get out our hostility.
Yeah, well, it's obviously all joking, but you know.
Well, sometimes when she's not looking, like when her face is down on the pillow, I'll go like, oh, bitch.
Do you know what I like to do when we're fighting sometimes? I'll pretend like I can read his mind, and I'll be like, I know what you're thinking right now. You fucking dumb bitch. You fucking dumb bitch. Like, I like to make up his inner dialogue.
Yeah, my favorite is she's like, I know what you're thinking right now. You're like, this fucking cunt never shuts up. Or it's like, it should be like really aggressive. I'll be like, I'm not thinking that. She's like, yeah, you are. I'm like, no, I'm not thinking that. I mean, I do like to like kind of punish you a little, hammer you a little bit.
He does prison pound me on occasion, but only when I deserved it.
Yep, when you back talked or something, right?
Yeah, no sassing and no back talking.
No.
That gets
And no
you
cold
prison
dinner.
pounded.
Cold dinners, get it?
And no talking till January because football season started.
Oh, that's
the
the
fucking
best.
bane of my existence is football season. But anyway, we were talking about vacationing in Latin countries because why Tommy Buns?
Well, here's the thing. There's a natural classist, society that is permanent in Latin America. It's from Mexico all the way down to the tip of Argentina. There is the upper class, and it's very divisive. And there is an acceptance to that.
It's a big word.
There's an acceptance to that system being in place. The lower class that takes the jobs of maids, cleaning, serving, it's not seen as a demeaning job to take. They take pride in the fact that this is my job, this is my calling, and they try to do it to the best of their ability. And one of the effects of that mindset, and that being one of the staples of their society, is that you get excellent service, whether you're in a restaurant or a hotel or even visiting someone's home, because everybody has maids. Maids aren't like here. Only the extraordinarily wealthy really have like live-in maids. Like most people don't have a live-in maid unless they have like a really substantial amount of money.
I wish I had that.
If you have
Or like a little
just
Filipino lady.
a mid-tier job, you have a maid who either lives with you or comes every day, and they cook and they clean, they do all that stuff. And they're not seen as not like, oh man, it sucks you have this fucking shit job. Like, it's not like that. So like when you go visit somewhere like that, your vacation like that, you get treated so much better.
Yeah, they
than
like
you would.
They don't fucking hate you.
And they don't do it like an us you, like, fuck.
Yeah,
Here's the thing I brought you. I feel like the Caribbean doesn't have that. Caribbean always has the idea of like you're an outsider. They have less of that system.
Yeah.
They're basically all pulled in to a certain class.
Yeah.
And so there's not like a joy in serving you because it's seen as like you're the white person that's visiting our beautiful Caribbean island, and we don't really want to, like we'll do this to be nice.
Off, yeah.
You're paying. So
Yeah, rude boy.
Yeah, but basically get the fuck out of here. But Latin America is not like that. And so you really, I don't know, it's like being a king for a week. You really enjoy getting treated like special. You get a special treatment, and they do it for everybody. So it's just, I highly recommend vacationing.
Well, you're taking a fucking flight to the Bahamas. Like, try getting from Nassau to the small island, and try to be like, hey, what time is the flight? Whenever the plane gets here is when it gets here. And you're like, that's not going to work for me. I'd like to know.
And part of their automatic when you're at an airport, there's gate announcements. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start boarding. Part of the automatic beginning of every announcement when you fly in and out of the Bahamas is, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the delays today. Like they say that before every announcement because everything is half an hour behind. And they really actually hate your guts. They know that where they live is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And that you're dying to get there, but you don't live there. And they fucking hate your guts. They really do. Yeah.
Yeah, we got married in Eleuthera, which is a beautiful small Bahamian island. And we were visiting, and we were riding our bicycles on the side of the road, and like a group of townies tried to run us off the road. It was like a funny ha fuck with the whitey, and we're like, really, douchebag? Because we came here in the spirit of like celebration. We're gonna give you our money, and but then again, there's cool shit too where you're swimming in the Bahamas and then like this crazy Rasta guy will pull up in a pickup truck and be in his work clothes and take his clothes off and light a doobie and walk into the ocean and come up next to you and be like, hey man, how you doing? You want to smoke or something? You're like, oh my god, this is the coolest place ever.
Yeah. When I went to the Bahamas, I went to Pizza Hut or something like that. It was some kind of pizza place just to get a slice, and the guy's like, would you like any cocaine or marijuana? And I'm like, no, thank you. But I like what Domino's is doing now. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Everyone tried to sell me drugs in Bahamas.
But that's the difference. They're like,
it's illegal.
Sometimes they're like, what's a way I can get money out of this foreign person, and they're gonna do what they can. I mean, some of them are obviously super friendly and they're great people, but I feel like the overall sentiment is like, how can I get money out of this guy? Whereas in the Latin world, it's not. They're not like trying to pull money at it. They are at like huge resorts. If you go to Cancun and you stay at some fucking 800 room, yeah, of course the whole concept is pull money out of everybody. But I'm saying in society, there is a service mentality from a whole group of people that is like, let me do this for you. Let me cook this meal for you. Let me clean this up for you. Let me take care of this for you.
And it's not seen as
there's not an
shitty.
expectation of like, are you going to give me some money now for just doing that? And you're like, no, that's just that's your kind of your right in life is you do that. And
Plus, I think culturally we're more similar to Mexico just because we border them. And I feel like there are parts of Mexico that look just like L.A.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm serious. Like, I wanted to make a website at one point that was like Mexico or L.A. and just put two pictures next to each other.
Great.
Because, like, on our old neighborhood in Koreatown / downtown, I mean, you drive down Alvarado on a Tuesday night at like 11 o'clock, and there's just it's littered with like Mexicanos and Salvadorians, and they're all selling shit on the street. It's like a street swap meet in the middle of the night, and you wouldn't know if you were in Mexico or in LA. It's the same thing.
6th and 7th between
It's
Alvarado
really a marvel. You should check
and
it
Bixel,
out.
especially 6, is completely like you'll be like you could
can't
take a
tell.
picture of that and you'd be like there's no way that is in the United States right now.
This is Guadalajara.
Like
for
it's
sure.
it's 1,000 people on the street, and there's garbage in the street, and there's selling trinkets and bargaining just like you would there. Yeah, it's
And
pretty
corn
nuts.
with
That, by the way, is not the place I recommend to vacation. Don't vacation at Alvarado and 6th Street in Los Angeles.
No, and it is safe. Everyone's like, oh, the drug lords. Yes, but they're in Monterrey. I think they're in these cities that are border towns.
Ciudad Juarez.
Juarez, yeah. Don't fuck around with places like that. Don't be an
Tijuana, you don't really want to fuck with either.
Nah, don't go there. And you know what? Those places aren't real Mexico. Don't fucking go to Tijuana and think that that's Mexico, because it's not. The further south you go to the Riviera. You know where Cancun is, the Mayan Riviera, and it's fucking gorgeous. And the Mexican people are the nicest, sweetest. I think they're just fantastic people.
They are. They're really wonderful,
really
man.
wonderful people. And I hate when people disparage Mexican people for being lazy. I don't even know where the fuck they got that.
That's like the most
stereotype. It's
dumbest
so
thing ever.
stupid.
They're like the opposite of
The
lazy.
complete opposite. Yeah.
Have you been to Cabo before? I've always wanted to go to Cabo.
I've never been.
You know what? Can I tell you about Cabo? Because it's close. It's in Baja.
Right.
But that's the Pacific side of the ocean, and the water's cold.
Right.
Unless you go, I know there's a part of Baja, I think that is Caribbean sided, if I'm not mistaken, and that part's nice. I always say go to the Caribbean side of Mexico.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The Yucatan Peninsula, like that whole region is like, it's just so cool and so special.
You want to be in the Gulf.
Yeah.
You know, that's like warmer water. I mean, if that's important to you. I don't like fucking Pacific water.
I don't either.
It's freezing.
It's a bummer.
man.
Like Atlantic.
Yeah, the Atlantic's dope.
That's the shit.
Awesome, mommies.
Oh,
All right, mommy.
Bonus mommies.